Hey, what's up? My name is Mutua Madeka. I'm an artist from Nairobi, Kenya. And this is probably my return video to YouTube, but let's not talk about that today. This video is about lessons I'm learning from Rick Rubin in his book, The Creative Act. As I read the book, I make a point of sharing some things that I like about the book, some lessons I'm learning, and maybe they will be useful to someone else, not just me. Today I'm going to talk about 4 things that Rick Rubin says a creative person needs. Well, it's more than 4 things for sure in this book, but I'm just focusing on 4 that have really caught my eye. And the first one I'm going to talk about is self-doubt. Self-doubt? Self-doubt lives in all of us, and while we may wish it gone, it is there to serve us. How, Rick? How? We create pieces reflective of who we are. And if insecurity is a part of who we are, then our work will have a greater degree of truth in it as a result. Creative people carry deep feelings, deep sensitivity, and just deep emotions about things. And it is this kind of emotions that are reflected in the work that we do. Some of us even find it weird when people look at our work, because the minute someone looks at me while I'm working, I'm like, why are you looking at me? It feels like a deeply personal thing that I'm doing that now you're trying to be a part of. Why? At that point, I'm bearing my whole soul. And for what? Your entertainment? If a creator is so afraid of judgment that they are unable to move forward, it might be that the desire to share the work isn't as strong as the desire to protect themselves. And I get it. I really get this, because the ability to see great pain and great beauty where others typically see nothing, this can be overwhelming. If you allow that to flow through you, I think what comes out of it can be something tremendously beautiful. Second thing, listening. One thing about ears, unlike eyes, they don't close and choose what goes into them. Wahenga walisema macho hayana pazia. I'm not here to fight wahenga, but mi nasema masikio nayo. One of the key aspects of listening, which I think is the hardest part, is hearing when things are different from what you expected. Like listening to critique about your work, or hearing how others have a different approach from yours. Ooh. Now that can be hard for some people, not me though. Formulating an opinion is not listening. Neither is preparing a response or defending a position or attacking another's. To listen impatiently is to hear nothing at all. Listening is suspending belief. Beautifully written, first of all, before we even continue. But also I have to say, man, hii nayo ni hard. Because honestly, to be fair, some people do be saying things that are mad. And immediately you're like, why? But I guess you have to be open to it all. Okay, I guess. I think there's so much to learn by just listening, however hard it is. Third thing, patience. Life rarely has shortcuts, and especially useful shortcuts. There's so much to gain from experiencing life slowly. Reading that paragraph again and again. Listening to something over and over, not just in the rush to finish it, but actually listening to it or reading the thing to understand it and to internalize it. And coming back to that paragraph, just as much as you actually need to. For me, this reads as moving through life with intention, not treating our experiences as things to check off a list. If your life is the sum of your experiences and your art is the extension of that life, for me it makes sense to live through those experiences fully and with intention. Impatience is an argument with reality. Reality, you're going to catch some hands. The desire for something to be different from what we're experiencing in the here and now. A wish for time to speed up, tomorrow to come sooner, to relive yesterday, or to close your eyes and then open them and find yourself in another place. Patience sounds like acceptance. I've fought this a lot. Like there are times when I'm working on some projects on Photoshop and I know I need to cut through to make the piece of art that I need to. And I know I need to use the pen tool, but that pen tool takes so much time. In the past, I've used other tools where I just quickly select the background, remove it. But then what happens is I end up spending so much time after cleaning up what I've just cut off that I end up spending more time than I could have spent using the pen tool. And I end up just coming back to that pen tool because I don't even like the result of the other style I used. Thing number 4, inspiration. Inspiration is one of the most talked about states of creativity. I'm so inspired right now. Let's go. Let me just scroll through Pinterest. Just find some inspo. I'm going to send you some inspo. Some inspiration is here. Let me just scroll. In Latin, inspirare. I'm hoping that's how they say it. But this means to blow in or to breathe into. It's this much sought after bolt of lightning that hits like creative electricity. When inspiration does arrive, it's invariably energizing, but it's not something to rely on. An artistic life cannot be built solely around waiting. What that tells me is that we need to create a practice that encourages inspiration to find us, but that does not depend on inspiration showing up. There's all around us, especially if we learn to see beauty in the mundane. A sunset, a ladybird, a plant growing through the crack of a wall. And the more that real life owes us, the less we will need the internet for inspiration. Okay. Don't fight me. I'm not saying Pinterest is bad. In fact, napenda Pinterest and I use it a lot. But maybe just leave your phone at home and take a walk. It might work wonders for you. It does for me. One indicator of inspiration is awe. We tend to take so much for granted. How can we move past disconnection and desensitization to the incredible wonders of nature and human engineering all around us? Inspiration? A terrible thing to waste. Terrible thing to waste. The initial inspiration has a vitality in it that can carry you through the whole piece. Do not be concerned if some of the parts are not yet all they can be. Get through a rough draft. A full imperfect version is generally more helpful than a seemingly perfect fragment. When that inspiration hits, listen, ride that wave to the end. That draft that has been in your head, get it done. That idea, sketch it out. As much as inspiration is so powerful, it's also so fleeting. And I know myself, there's so many times that I've had a fantastic idea, but as I was just getting into bed, and I'm getting into bed and I'm thinking this idea is so powerful, it will definitely be there tomorrow. But then the next day, not there. Not even close. I'm going to take a walk, maybe find some inspiration. That's all I have for you today. I hope that was useful to somebody. If one of these caught your eye, please let me know which it is in the comments. Share this with somebody. Subscribe if you are not already. I said let's not dwell on the fact that this is my first video on YouTube in a long time, but just clap for me, just a little. Thank you. You're far too kind. Let's hope I can keep this up. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video, which will be coming soon, I promise, not in 2 years. Bye-bye.